Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CW Iowa Live. Lou and Jackie here. And first thing this morning, you probably noticed that we are sporting our purple today, Jackie.
That's right.
It is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day. We have a couple of very special guests joining us in studio right now. First, we have pancreatic cancer survivor Bob Melcher here at the desk with us. And we have Melissa Sokup here. She's the volunteer affiliate chair. We appreciate your time here today. This is a busy day, and this is a very special day. And folks, if you have something purple, please wear it. Even if you have a pin or something, wear something purple today just to draw attention to this.
We're downright proud, along with Stivers for Lincoln, to salute wonderful organizations, and this is definitely one of them. So why is today such an important day of awareness and reminder?
Yeah, today is such an important day to raise awareness for pancreatic cancer because this year pancreatic cancer surpassed breast cancer in cancer deaths. Yes. Yep, so this year more people will die from pancreatic cancer than they will from breast cancer.
I had no idea.
So obviously, breaking it down, this is cancer that's attacking the pancreas. Why are those numbers surpassing breast cancer right now? Is it because you don't always know you have it, the symptoms? Can you give us more details on what it's all about?
Yeah, it's definitely more of a serious cancer because we don't have the early detection like we do for some of the other cancers like breast cancer. There's a lot of times by the time that you do find out that you have pancreatic cancer, it has metastasized, it's spread to other parts of the body, and it's also just really hard to treat because your pancreas is so buried in the rest of your organs that it's just really hard to get to and to treat.
Do we have any idea how many Iowans are going to be affected by all this?
Yep, so in 1 year, 580 Iowans will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and 430 of them will die this year from pancreatic cancer.
Those are numbers we're hoping to change. Is there a test you can do? Is there something you should be looking out for? I've never gone into my doctor and said, hey, check out the pancreas. Want to make sure everything's good.
Yeah, and that's something that we're still trying to discover is some of those early warning signs. But a lot of things to look for is a pain. A lot of people, when they've been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, it's because they had a pain in their abdomen. And then also jaundice, which is the yellowing of the skin.
Really? Okay. And is it any type of age that's in particular here, or can this happen at any time?
More of the pancreatic cancer survivors are kind of older, but we have had some in their 20s, 30s. Unfortunately, they're starting to get younger and younger when they're being diagnosed.
Do we know what might be causing this at all? Do we have any of the research to back up anything that would support what's happening?
It could be environmental factors. There are being tests done to see if there's a hereditary mutation that's causing pancreatic cancer, but it's still just. There hasn't been a lot of research done for pancreatic cancer.
This still amazes me that you said that pancreatic cancer is surpassing breast cancer right now and what it's doing to people. So. But we did mention that we do have a pancreatic cancer survivor with us. Bob, thank you for being here. We appreciate your time.
Well, congratulations, first of all. But can you share a little bit of your story so maybe people maybe be able to relate or understand some symptoms?
I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer on November 20th of 2015. But it started, symptoms of it turns out, started showing up probably in August when I started losing appetite, started losing weight. I was blaming it all on this one medication that I was taking for diabetes.
Okay.
And so I made a whole list of items that were bothering me, and I went to my doctor, and he sat there and very concerned, listened to them. And then he said, after I was done, he says, Bob, I could tell the moment I walked in the room seeing you sitting against that white wall that you were jaundiced.
Seriously?
Yes. And it turns out that my tumor was located in a part of the pancreas that is right next to the bile duct. And that tumor had actually pinched off the bile duct, caused the bilirubin from the liver to back up into my body, which causes the jaundice. It also cut off all of the enzymes from the pancreas that go into the bowel to help you digest food. And that is why I think I lost so much weight.
That would explain that.
Yeah. So you know, there are symptoms that you aren't even going to think about. I had no idea. I thought it was that medication that was doing all of this.
But you've said a couple things I think that are really important. You obviously visit a doctor regularly, so
Right.
when he saw you, he could tell instantly that
Yes.
something was not right.
Right.
But you wrote things down, and
Yeah.
you kept track of how you were feeling, so that
Right.
when you do go see a doctor, that hopefully you can. It's easier to pinpoint
And
what the issue
yeah,
might be.
I think that more and more we're getting more information on these early possible diagnosis that the individual can see. It could be stomach pain, it could be weight loss, just any number of things. So in early part of, or right before Thanksgiving, I had a CAT scan, and that's when they found the cancer tumor in my pancreas.
Okay, so what was the next procedure then?
Well, I first got lined up with an oncologist down at John Stoddard Cancer Center, and went to see him, and he took a look at the CAT scan, and he says, here's the procedure that we're going to follow. We're going to start out with about 6 months of chemotherapy. Once every week for 3 weeks, and then I'd be off a week. Once every week for 3 weeks, off a week. And then periodically they would do a CAT scan. First thing they did though was a PET scan. When a PET scan, they inject radioactive material in your blood, and it searches out, it's sugar and radioactivity, searches out other cancer sites, and none were found in me, luckily. So it hadn't metastasized. But I went through 6 months of chemotherapy. Things were looking pretty good. The doctor said one of 3 things is going to happen. The tumor's going to reduce, it's going to stay the same, or it's going to grow. We don't want it to grow. We want it to stay the same. Mine stayed the same. So then they decided to go radiation. And I went through 28 sessions of radiation.
Wow.
Which really was a breeze for me. The only side effect of the radiation was tiredness. I made it
Just
through
zapped
3
you.
weeks. Yeah, it just zaps your energy. I made it through 3 weeks without that happening, and then the Saturday after I said, boy, I got this licked, I took 3 2-hour naps.
Wow. But what's the current status right now then?
The doctors indicate that I'm in remission. Now, is it gone? No. It's still there. It's just not doing anything. The radiation and the combination of radiation and chemotherapy have pretty much put it inactive.
Okay, so it's inactive now, so you can live like this, right? You can live it with it being inactive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That
And
is a
I'll
great
have
thing.
another CAT scan in January to follow up. I just met with my oncologist yesterday, and he said they can constantly do lab work
Right.
on the blood
Right.
to make sure everything's looking good there.
I think another one of the key things that Jackie pointed out too, you kept track of what was going on, and you went and saw the doctor, and within 3 months they were able to figure out what was going on with you. A lot of guys especially never go to the doctor. Oh, I'm fine. Don't question yourself. Go to the doctor, because this is a case in point right here,
Yep.
isn't it?
Right.
Yep, definitely.
Wonderful.
So we're encouraging people to wear purple. Obviously, these are numbers that we want to change. So how can we, besides wearing purple today, how can we raise awareness, and how can we hopefully get more research done about pancreatic cancer?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just talking about it and making it known, and making it so that people are aware that this is out there and this can be a possibility for you. Because really, it's one of those things that you never think it's going to affect you until it does.
Right.
And so really our focus for November is kind of shifting from pink being October for breast cancer awareness, and shifting into purple this month, and just really getting it out there.
Well,
So,
wonderful. Well, Stivers Ford Lincoln, downright proud to salute your great organization.
Yeah,
here this
thank you for
morning.
being
Thank
here.
you.
so much.
Congratulations on being a survivor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will be right back. You are watching CW Iowa Live in West Des Moines. Totally serious news coming up next.